The WTOP Traffic Center is presented by Window Nation. Buy one window, get one window free. WindowNation.com. Bob in with WTOP Traffic.
Here's your WTOP forecast for tonight. We've got some rain possibly moving into the area. Scattered showers around. Lows will be in the 70s tomorrow. Mid-80s, mostly cloudy though. Maybe some showers as well. Then on Thursday, low to mid-80s, mostly cloudy. Some more showers. Friday, hot in the 90s with no rain in the forecast right now. Right now outside the Glass Enclosed Nurse Center of WTOP, 84 degrees and 6:59.
This is WTOP, Washington's top news. WTOP-FM Washington, WWWT-FM Manassas, WTLP-FM Braddock Heights Frederick, and online at WTOP.com.
Good evening, I'm Rich Johnson. Coming up from the mall to the burbs, from the fireworks to the hot dogs, we are all over the Capitol's 4th of July celebrations.
Drill teams and bands from all over the United States kicking off the 4th of July parade. I'm Kate Ryan.
Looking for answers?
These allegations are horrifying.
After a teaching aide's arrest, I'm Mike Murillo.
The Nats beat the Mets, the O's lose in Milwaukee. WTOP News Time, 7 o'clock.
North Korea tests a long-range missile.
That would be enough to reach Alaska.
The nation celebrates the Brexit of 1776.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Pam Coulter. North Korea's latest missile test represents a disturbing new development. CBS's David Martin.
Had it been launched on a standard trajectory, it would have carried over 4,000 miles, far enough to reach Alaska. U.S. officials now say all indications are it was an intercontinental ballistic missile.
In response, South Korea and the U.S. have carried out what's called a precision firing exercise. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson weighed in on the launch as the U.S. called for a UN Security Council meeting. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
In a statement, he says the testing of an intercontinental ballistic missile represents a new escalation of the threat to the U.S. and its allies. Tillerson says the president and his national security team are continuing to assess the situation in close coordination with allies and partners.
With U.S.-backed fighters breaking through ISIS defenses in the heart of Raqqa, Syria, it's now an incredible shrinking caliphate. CBS's Jeff McCausland.
Clearly, overall, the area they control in Syria is shrinking, as well as, of course, simultaneously, we see the area they're controlling in Iraq shrinking a great deal.
He says the battle to oust ISIS from Raqqa could be over in weeks. Americans are celebrating the nation's birthday with barbecues, parades, and at the National Archives, the annual reading of the Declaration of Independence.
In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America.
New Americans took the oath of citizenship at Thomas Jefferson's Monticello home.
I thank the United States and its people for officially adopting me and taking me in.
And President Trump and the First Lady are hosting military families at the White House.
Each of you here today represents that rare combination of patriotism, virtue, and courage that our citizens have always, and I mean always, admired.
He's done it again at Nathan's hot dog eating contest in Coney Island.
With 72 Nathan's famous hot dogs and buns, a new world record.
Chestnuts won the stomach-stretching event 10 times. Vicky Sudo of Las Vegas down 41 hot dogs for the women's title. Chicago moved to keep people safe over the holiday with a police sweep. Superintendent Eddie Johnson.
As part of this initiative, we were able to take 58 people off the street who are part of the drug trade, with 10 of them being previously arrested on gun charges.
Now this.
Mommy, that sounds good.
Our family loves grilling season. That's why Laura's lean beef is the only beef for us. Laura's all-natural, never-ever program guarantees no antibiotics ever, no added hormones ever. The cattle are vegetarian-fed, live in pastures, and graze on natural grasses and grains. No compromises, no gimmicks. Just great-tasting, high-quality beef my family and I can enjoy with confidence. Now that's tasty.
Stock up now for the 4th of July at your local Giant Food stores. Laura's Lean Beef, the balance of taste and nutrition.
One Super Beta prostate tablet. Stop running to the bathroom and call us us now for your free bottle. Hurry, this free offer won't last. Call 1-800-507-1004. That's 1-800-507-1004. 1-800-507-1004.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
A domestic dispute may have led an Oklahoma woman to go online searching for a hitman. CBS's Steve Futterman.
According to federal prosecutors, 37-year-old Danielle Lehman tried to hire someone on Craigslist to travel to Israel and poison her ex-husband using ricin. Lehman has now been formally charged with using the internet to solicit murder. Lehman and her ex-husband have been in an ongoing dispute involving custody of their daughter.
Authorities in York, Pennsylvania are urging people not to rush to judgment after seeing a Facebook video that shows a police officer punching a woman before placing her under arrest. Police are investigating whether he used excessive force. The FBI vehicle that was stolen in Chicago yesterday has been found less than half a mile from the FBI's field office. No word on whether firearms or tactical gear were still inside. You're listening to the CBS World News Roundup.
Okay, keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
I want to show you my first ever painting.
All right.
Okay? Open your eyes.
Oh, that's a lot of colors and shades.
So be honest. What do you think?
Well, I like how if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Here, why don't I hold your paintbrush while you call them?
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Nothing grows like weeds, except maybe weeds. And nothing kills them quite like Roundup Weed and Grass Killer from the Home Depot. Right now, the 1 gallon ready-to-use size is a special buy at just $8.97. Roundup kills fast. At the root, you can see results in just 3 hours. They grow like weeds, but you can stop them even faster. Roundup Weed and Grass Killer, 1 gallon ready-to-use, now just $8.97. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through July 5th.
Google is mapping your street and your pollution. CBS's John Blackstone reports.
In Oakland, California, the Google cars that collect maps and photographs of city streets have also been collecting air, measuring pollution block by city block. Melissa London is chief scientist with Acrimum, the company that built pollution sensing equipment added to Google's Street View cars.
You see the traffic, you see the streets, you can see the air pollution.
The result is a detailed map that shows exactly where the air in Oakland is most polluted.
Changes are coming to Microsoft, but the company is not confirming reports of big layoffs ahead. CBS's Larry Magin.
Microsoft is realigning its priorities and its markets towards cloud services, which would include subscribing to Microsoft Office and the ability to run other software via the internet.
Time on the roundup, 7 minutes past the hour.
Stay with us at WTOB. We're going live to the mall. Traffic weather next, though, at 7:07.
Hi, this is Simone Biles. Some of my favorite moves are the double twist and, of course, the Biles. But my favorite move is nailing a perfect landing right between my amazing parents who adopted me.
There are 400,000 foster kids in the U.S. Help them get ready for school by donating new school supplies to Mattress Firm's Foster Kids, a program of the Ticket to Dream Foundation. To donate, visit mattressfirmfosterkids.org.
Come to Mattress Firm today and donate school supplies to help a foster child in your community.
You know you're in the market for a new car when... and definitely when...
Congratulations on the twins.
Luckily, when it comes to auto loans, Navy Federal Credit Union offers competitive rates, a pre-approval check, and up to 100% financing. So when you know you're ready for a better... Navy Federal is ready to help. Visit NavyFederal.org for more information. Open to the Armed Forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
7:08.
New problems popping up on your roof? Save $1,074 on a new one at longroofing.com.
Traffic and weather on the 8s, and when it breaks.
In Montgomery County, Edmore Road, just west of New Hampshire Avenue, still working on the crash. Tow truck is now there trying to retrieve some of the accident vehicles out of the intersection. On southbound 270 near Route 80 had word of a crash in some areas. Heavy showers coming down. At times hard to see. Poor visibility will drive you through the heaviest of rain. They usually pass through fairly quickly. Light traffic around the region for the most part on 95, Baltimore, Washington. Washington Parkway, each running well. Around the Beltway in Maryland and Virginia, no incidents or delays to report. Barbecues can mean cooking your favorite foods like fresh, authentic Italian premium sausage, butcher quality cuts of pork, seasoning, spice, and nothing else. Mouth-watering taste at every bite. Premium, the way sausage should be. Bob Newman, WTOP Traffic.
We have some storms popping up tonight. Let's get your Storm Team 4-day forecast with Mike Stennifer.
And a nasty cell coming down the I-270 corridor right now. The Weather Service tells us that at 6:51 there was a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust in Clarksburg, Maryland. This storm now between Germantown and Gaithersburg moving off to the southeast at around 30 miles an hour. This has winds close to severe limits between 50 and 55 miles an hour right now, and some lightning rainfall and some dangerous lightning. And it's also throwing out a squall line ahead of it, which may actually blow up and affect portions of the area over the next couple of hours. And this activity stretches to the east all the way to Annapolis, and more storms now developing just to the east of Camp Springs too. And so tonight we're going to see widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not all of us see storms, but over the next couple of hours these storms may turn severe. High winds, hail, and very heavy rainfall along with deadly lightning all of these storms over the next couple of hours. My concern is that this cell that's not coming out I-270 may affect the National Mall within the next hour. And of course we know we have a lot of people out there, and the concert at the Capitol ground starts at 8 o'clock this evening. So keep it here on TOP. We're going to watch closely for you. Showers will diminish overnight, lows upper 60s to mid-70s. Could be a couple showers tomorrow, mainly in the afternoon, mainly west, highs mid-80s. Scattered showers and storms in the forecast Thursday and Friday with highs in the 80s. Look for a good deal of sunshine over the weekend. And right now it is 86 at Reagan National.
And it's mostly cloudy skies in northwest Washington, calm winds, and 83 degrees on Tuesday, 4th of July.
Live from the Glass Enclosed Nerve Center, this is Washington's top news, 103.5 FM and WTOP.com. Here is Rich Johnson.
Well, it's here. It's been here all day. The parades, the concert, the firework, the picnicking, and a day on the mall for tens of thousands. Among them, WTOP's Michelle Bash live from the mall. Michelle. And we will get back to Michelle when we find her. And let's go through her right now. Michelle.
Yes, John and Jennifer with earlier, they found their spot near the Washington Monument extra early today at 1:30 this afternoon. They got a great spot facing, of course, the Lincoln Memorial. And it rained here earlier this afternoon, but now it's a little bit cloudy and very hot. So if you're heading to the mall, I would be sure to bring bottled water, as long as it's in a plastic bottle, because you are going to need it. It's very sticky here at the mall right now. Other items that are not allowed on the National Mall today, because you need to bring them through checkpoints, include glass bottles. Again, these are things that are not allowed. Glass bottles, alcoholic beverages, grills, fireworks, and drones. Live on the National Mall, Michelle Bass, WTOP News.
Thank you, Michelle. If you're taking a Metro in and out of the city tonight, some great news. The Metro is staying open a half hour later tonight. Trains will run through midnight instead of 11:30, and it is rush hour level all evening long, and the parking lots are free. This day of celebration of our independence is anything but a celebration for your dog. We're not big fans of fireworks, so when it comes to making your dog feel safe tonight,
it's good to turn on a television or radio, some sort of white noise for the pet to kind of concentrate on.
Madeline with Humane Rescue Alliance also suggests closing the blinds. Pets tend to seek out small spaces when they are anxious. William says move your dog's bed to a smaller room or cover its crate with a towel. This day began with the annual parade near the mall.
D.C. police cadets, a marching band from Kokomo, Indiana, and a Taiwanese dragon celebrating U.S.-Taiwan relations. It's all part of celebrating the nation's birthday here in Washington, D.C. Marching bands have been hard at work since getting a slot in February. Today, they had to battle sweltering heat as they marched down Constitution Avenue, many in woolen uniforms. In the district, Kate Ryan, WTOP News.
We have sports on the way. It is 7:13.
Excelling in reading, writing, and arithmetic depend on sharp vision. So prepare for back to school with your annual eye exam at My Eye Doctor. Get a complete pair of kids' glasses before classes, starting at just $69. We welcome all insurances. Let us find out what your exam copay is today. Eye care and eyewear. They're better together at My Eye Doctor. Doctors of Optometry. Schedule an appointment today at myeyedr.com.
On July 14th, all roads lead to Nationals Park in Washington for James Taylor and his all-star band with special guests Bonnie Raitt and her band. Friday, July 14th, Nationals Park. Tickets are on sale now at nationals.com/James Taylor. Spend the night with a friend and a national treasure. James Taylor and Bonnie Raitt together at Nationals Park.
Between moving in and branching out, that's where you'll find Sandy Spring Bank. Whether buying your first home, looking to upgrade, or renovating your current home, we'll help make the home of your dreams a part of your future. From shopping to signing, or just refinancing, we'll guide you every step of the way to make sure putting down roots is easy and stress-free.
We're Sandy Spring Bank. From here, for here, and always for you. Visit sandyspringbank.com, an equal housing lender.
Sports at 15 and 45. Fed by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Imagine my surprise, Jay Brooks, because I don't have memorized the Nats schedule, to wake up to the first pitch.
I know. An 11:05 start on July 4th, an 11-4 victory over the Mets earlier today. Washington's second straight over the Amazons. Former Met Daniel Murphy tying a career high with 5 RBI, had 4 hits. Joe Ross improving to 5-3 with the win. The Nats 50th on the year. Steve Baker happy for the Curly W on short rest.
We played an overall good game today, ran the base as well, and I was proud of him, especially after the short night and then the early game today. And the fact that we hadn't been very good on day games, so that was a big plus for us.
Tanner Roark gets 7 o'clock start tomorrow night of the series finale. Elsewhere in the National League, Phillies hosting the Pirates, delayed with the Pirates up 3-0 in the 8th in Philadelphia. Earlier, Marlins over the Cardinals 5-2. Interleague play, O's lost 6-2 at Milwaukee. Baltimore dropping their second straight to the Brew Crew. Buck Showalter on Ubaldo Jimenez's day on Masson.
How about Ubaldo not able to follow up his fabulous start in Toronto? What'd you see from him?
No, he's command. He walked 3 guys. And I think he had a hanging split and a 86-mile-an-hour fastball. I guess he's trying to sink right there. But we didn't do much offensively. I thought his stuff was fairly crisp, but again, there wasn't. We just really haven't been very good offensively.
Mark Trumbo leaving the game with a left calf bruise. Chris Tillman will be placed on the paternity list tomorrow. A 7-10 start tomorrow for left-handed pitcher Jason Aquino, who will be recalled from Norfolk to take Tillman's turn elsewhere. The Rays got by the Cubs 6-5. The final coming up at 7:35 will be the Braves hosting Houston. And the American League Blue Jays beating the Yankees by a score of 4-1. Coming up at 8 o'clock, top of the hour, Red Sox will be at the Rangers. Jay Brooks, WTOP Sports.
On this Independence Day, we have a couple of Independence Day questions for you. What about the document that we celebrate? That after traffic and weather. 7:17.
Today's digital transformation report. Realize what's possible. Provided by VMware.
I'm Bill Rowan, Vice President of VMware for Government. The federal government is focused on modernizing IT infrastructure to save money and modernize operations. One way federal agencies are tackling this challenge is by making their employees more mobile. VMware can help. We help agencies securely deliver and manage any app on any device. We transform Windows delivery to government employees and unify agency endpoint management to enable secure and efficient telework options. If you want to know how to better modernize applications and optimize agency performance, reach out to VMware. Let's talk.
VMware Solutions, modernizing government IT, streamlining operations while reducing costs and strengthening security. Realize what's possible. Visit vmware.com/go/federal. vmware.com/go/federal.
Your website is a window through which the world views your business. So the question is, what kind of impression is your site making? Is it helping you grow, or is it outdated and costing you money? Fear not. All your questions can be answered at AmericanEagle.com. From design and development to search engine optimization to hosting and security, even SEO integration. AmericanEagle.com is your one-stop provider for all online solutions. Call AmericanEagle.com for a free consultation at 703 website. 703 website.
WTOP is secured by Ackerman, the sign of real security.
It's 7:18.
traffic and weather on the 8s and when it breaks.
In Montgomery County, working on the crash still on Edno Road, just west of New Hampshire Avenue. Tow trucks are there, should be gone shortly. On 95, Baltimore Washington Parkway, generally running well both ways. Had word of a crash southbound 270 near Route 80. That was along the right side, should be on the shoulder, in fact. And we had some heavy rain up that way, which is starting to dissipate and move to the south and to the east now. While traffic continues to run well around the Beltway in both Maryland and Virginia. Southeast Southwest Freeway on the westbound side, you cannot exit at 6th and 7th Streets or 12th Street. And if you're eastbound, you can't exit on the lower 14th Street or onto 12th Street to head under the mall. And traffic coming in on the Roosevelt Bridge has only one choice, and that is to take the left exit toward the East Street Expressway. The Memorial Bridge is closed both ways, as is Rock Creek Parkway south of Virginia Avenue. And Key Bridge is open in both directions, so is the 14th Street Bridge. But later on, when the fireworks get ready to start, traffic will be stopped at the Potomac bridges so that people won't stop illegally on the bridge itself during the fireworks. Your team deserves the best breakout event. Odyssey has everything and more for the perfect outing, whether you're planning for 2 or 200 guests. Learn more online at odyssey.com. Bob in WTOP traffic.
Our weather situation is more than just a little inconvenient tonight. Mike Stinford here with your Storm Team 4-day forecast.
Yeah, we've got a dangerous storm, not severe, but there's a lot of lightning with it. Winds of 30 to 40 miles an hour right now, and some very heavy rainfall. Stretches from Germantown to Gaithersburg to Rockville. Then it stretches eastward across the I-95 corridor around Laurel, and then eastward all the way to Annapolis tonight. So if you're heading toward the Bay Bridge, you're going to run into this heavy storm. Another storm has blossomed just to the west and right now approaching Marlboro, upper Marlboro. And this storm has some high winds and some heavy rain. Then looking off to the west, our western suburbs, Berryville to Boyce, just north of Front Royal right now. Another heavy storm with gusty winds and rain and a lot of lightning too. So widely scattered thunderstorms over the next several hours. Not all of the sea storms, but the storms that do erupt may produce high winds, heavy rain, and dangerous lightning. Overnight, just a few showers, lows upper 60s to mid 70s. Could be a shower tomorrow, mainly west. Highs will be in the mid 80s. Scattered showers and storms in the forecast for Thursday and Friday. Highs will be in the 80s. Weekend looking good. Saturday and Sunday, mostly sunny with highs in the mid to upper 80s. And right now, Rich, it's 86 at Reagan National.
And 82 degrees outside the Glass Enclosed Nerve Center. Brought to you by Len the Plumber. Trusted his same-day service 7 days a week. 7:21 now. 2 Capitol police officers injured in the shooting at that Congressional Republican baseball practice last month were honored today.
In a quiet moment on this holiday, standing amongst the graves of public servants in Congressional Cemetery, the president of the Sons of the American Revolution, Brock Bierman, honored 2 Capitol police officers for their bravery.
It is with a great deal of honor that the DCSAR presents you both with our Law Enforcement Commendation Medal for your heroic actions.
Agent David Bailey accepted his award for and on behalf of Officer Crystal Griner, who is still receiving treatment for her injuries from the June 14th shooting.
I'm greatly honored to be here. Thank you for the award, and just thank you. Appreciate it.
Megan Cloherty, WTOP News.
So what's the forecast for August 21st? Can't tell you that today, but forecasters are trying to get a handle on that day in advance of the big eclipse.
It's the first total solar eclipse across the country in decades. Millions will be traveling toward its path. With cloudiness a concern, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration mapped viewability percentages using hourly climate norms from more than 800 weather stations. They conclude locations near the coasts are more likely to be cloudy, while the Intermountain West is more likely to be clear. For DC's partial eclipse, NOAA found a 25 to 35% chance of broken or overcast conditions at exactly 2:42 p.m. Dave Dildine, WTOP News.
Virginia has a new plan for dealing with hurricane evacuations. It uses a zoned approach designed to get the most vulnerable residents away from major flooding and reducing unnecessary travel. The Virginian pilot reports it's the most significant change in decades to the state's evacuation system. The plan breaks down coastal Virginia into 4 zones. And in the event of a hurricane, authorities may tell residents in certain zones to evacuate and tell others to shelter in place. Says the plan will reduce traffic, promote highway safety, and lessen overcrowding at storm shelters. So we know how the Declaration of Independence begins, but have you ever heard the last line? Well, you will right now.
And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes,
Canada's annual recreation of the reading, debate, and adoption of the Declaration in front of the National Archives. So what do you know about what this day is all about? We put that question to some people today.
Why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
The date.
Because it's America's birthday?
The day that they signed the Declaration of Independence. What's it say? The answer.
In fact, independence was formally declared on July 2nd, 1776. On July 4th, 1776, Congress approved the final text of the Declaration.
It wasn't signed, though, until August 2nd, 1776. That was hard.
Now, to your health on WTOP.
The threat of Zika is strong again this summer, but you can ease that threat by being proactive.
Mosquitoes thrive where standing water sits. That's why Brian Prendergast, the program manager of the Maryland Mosquito Control Administration, tells WDVM-TV that removing all areas of standing water from your property will leave the mosquitoes without a home.
If they eliminate those, then there's no place for the mosquitoes to breed, and there will be no mosquitoes on their property.
While several cases of Zika have already been reported in Maryland this year, all the cases came from people infected while outside the state. Brandon Millman, WTOP News.
Your money is next.
Dr. Will Sauvé at Greenbrook TMS Neuro Health Centers.
Depression is one of the few kinds of illnesses that takes over your identity. So people wake up every morning, you look in the mirror, and you see that depressed version of you. You do that enough times, and now it becomes you. I look forward to talking to patients who have completed their treatment because so many of them are in remission. So many of them are so happy that you really do get to see people walking out of here feeling completely well.
Accepting most insurances, including Medicare. For your free consultation, visit hopetms.com.
John F. Kennedy once said, "The greater our knowledge increases, the more our ignorance unfolds."
If you are a CIO of a government agency, you know what that means. That's why there is federalnewsradio.com. Because it's not just about gathering intel, it's about gathering the right intel. Wisdom served daily by a team of award-winning journalists like Jason Miller and Tom Temin. federalnewsradio.com. Experience the difference.
Money News brought to you by Merchants. Right now at Merchants, don't miss the 5 days of the 4th event. 5 days of savings going on now through the 4th of July. Visit Merchants. That's all you need.
Your money at 25 and 55 on WTOP.
It was a Tuesday off for Wall Street. Wednesday trading resumes after a short Monday saw the Dow reach an intraday high. If your retirement accounts are tracking the S&P 500 index, you have done well so far this year. The S&P had its 16th winning quarter out of the last 18. Dominion Energy has acquired a solar farm in Clark County, Virginia, and is buying another in Northampton County, bringing its holdings to 25 solar farms in Virginia. Jeff Claiborne, WTOP Money.
North Korea fired an ICBM today. Now South Korea and the U.S. have responded. CBS has that story next.
I was in the Marines for about 8 years. I love how USAA gives me the peace of mind and the security just like the Marines did. One afternoon I was sitting in my office and we had a storm come through. As I was looking out the windows right in front of me, I saw the leaves start to twirl around like a mini tornado, and it shook the glass so much that we thought the glass was going to break. I came outside after the storm passed and I saw a big branch on my truck. Once I called USAA, they reassured me that my truck would be fixed. They took the time and walked me through each process and told me my options, and then I was shocked within a day my truck was in the shop getting fixed. I was just amazed at how easy it was. It was great customer service. I'm Jennifer Williams, and I'm a USAA member for life.
USAA, we know what it means to serve. Call today to talk about your insurance needs. 800-531-8722.
Membership eligibility and product restrictions applied or subject to change. Members paid for their participation. United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
WTOP News.
Do you know what's so frustrating? Not getting pregnant. I want answers.
Dominion Fertility is proud to offer IVF with PGS, pre-implantation genetic screening, a cost-effective embryo screening program. Using IVF and next-generation genomic sequencing, the doctors at Dominion Fertility can identify normal embryos and provide their patients a higher chance of having a healthy baby, while greatly reducing the risk of miscarriage. Dominion Fertility is a recognized leader in IVF and PGS.
We tried so hard to have a baby with IVF, and nothing else made sense until we went to Dominion Fertility. Now I have an answer and a baby.
For the past 30 years, Dominion Fertility has offered the highest level of infertility care. See the experts, Drs. DiMattina, Gordon, Susan Sarajari, and Kay Wood, with offices in Bethesda, D.C., and Virginia, and now next to the Ballston Metro Center in Arlington. Visit DominionFertility.com.
728.
Traffic and weather on the 8s and when it breaks.
In Montgomery County on 355 near Brink Road, had word of a downed tree. Traffic was able very carefully to squeeze by. On 355 near Brink Road, 270, traffic is running well both ways, up and down 95 and the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. Traffic continues to run without delay. And on the Beltway through Montgomery and Prince George's counties, pretty quiet. 50 out toward the Bay Bridge is also running well. And of course, the closures remain downtown until about 11 o'clock tonight for the show of the fireworks. If you're inbound on the 14th Street Bridge and along the Southeast-Southwest Freeway, you won't be able to exit onto Lower 14th Street or onto 12th Street. If you're westbound, you can't exit at 6th and 7th Streets or 12th Street. And inbound on the Roosevelt Bridge, your only option is to take the left exit toward the East Street Expressway. The Memorial Bridge, that is closed in both directions, as is Rock Creek Parkway south of Virginia Avenue. Virginia side, 395, 95, each running pretty much without incident or delay. No traffic on 66 is pretty quiet both ways. The WTOP traffic report is brought to you by Elephant Insurance. More care, less cost. See the elephant difference at elephant.com. Bob Emler, WTOP traffic.
A few windy, scattered heavy storms over the next several hours, then a few showers overnight.